everybody, and welcome on back to Baru Plays The Binding of Isaac, Afterbirth. And I figured why not go ahead and finish off Isaac with a little bit of greed mode. I figured why the hell not? We've got a D6, we don't want that. We didn't want that either. But we've got pretty much everything done on Isaac. I mean, we killed Hush, ooh, this is not very good either. We killed basically everything that we needed to, so why not just go ahead and finish off the posted card? And that really isn't much better. You gonna pay out there, buddy? I don't want to spend too much money on you. Ugh. Bottle of pills. Well, maybe it'll be a 48-hour energy. I've unlocked Blue Womb. Apparently there was a Blue Womb in that pill. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, recently there was a patch unlocking most of the locked content that was in Afterbirth. For the longest time, the past couple of days, some of the content has been locked in Afterbirth, and we haven't been able to actually experience the full effect of it yet because it's been behind a little bit of locked content. Not exactly sure how to feel about this, and it took 109 hours before they actually unlocked the rest of the content. Now, the reason I feel like they did this was because during the original Rebirth, it took 109 hours before the data miners kind of revealed to everybody how exactly the Lost is done. And rather than a community coming together to try and figure it out, it was just kind of, well, the solution was just kind of handed to them. I don't think they kind of liked their game, their puzzle basically just being ruined, so they decided, well, you're going to have to wait the 109 hours. Either way, I mean, unless you're going full non-stop 24/7 to try and unlock the content, it's really not that big a deal because you're not going to be able to really unlock everything before it gets finished, so you know, I'm not too mad about it. Ooh, and we need to be a little bit careful here. Just realized that we need to be just a tad bit careful here, as I don't want to lose my streak here. I still am on a 14 streak, and dying in greed mode would be very bad. It would be very bad indeed, so we're gonna try and be a little bit more careful here. But I'm not entirely sure how to feel about it. We do have Blue Womb unlocked. I don't know if that means there's going to be an additional boss past Hush, but you know, we'll see. Alright, well, we're not really going to get too many chests, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy a key. I do have my D6 up. Ooh. Alright, well, we're definitely going to take Mom's perfume there. That does give us a little bit of tier delay. We'll go ahead and re-roll this into the belt. A little bit of movement speed, not too terribly bad. And for some safety, we're just going to go ahead and buy 2 red hearts here. And a key for the next floor. There we go. You know, thinking about it now, I probably should have just bought Mom's key. It would have been basically almost the same price. And you'll notice that my stat tracker isn't up here. It's because the new patch actually kind of broke it. That tends to happen when new patches come out for things. Third-party programs tend to break, but well, I'm sure it'll get updated by then in a couple of episodes. But I definitely like putting it on screen. We still have, I can still kind of figure out my tier rate. I've played this game long enough to kind of know that my tier rate has gone from a 10 to a 9 now. So, and I can kind of feel it. You kind of start to feel out this game. But overall, we should be able to actually donate past the 109 now. And it's actually kind of funny because our very first run of greed, we almost hit the 109. That to me is a little funny. First run, and we almost like completely finish it off. And here I was saying, like, unless you go full crazy on it. Then again, taking everyone to Hush can take a little bit of time. I should definitely know. I've been trying to do that on my live stream, and it takes a bit of time. Some of the characters are a bit of a pain in the ass to try and take there. Maggie. And it looks like a Lilith and Azazel also got a little bit of a nerf inside of their characters. Azazel's now a little bit weaker. His brim is not as strong, which, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised it took this long for Azazel to get a slight nerf. I mean, he's called the easy mode character for a reason. He starts with Brimstone. But it should be interesting to see how Azazel plays out. And Lilith did receive a little bit of a nerf as well. Her little box of companions, which we actually haven't gotten a chance to really play around with on the YouTube file here. Her box of companions used to be a 2-room charge, meaning you could do it every other room, or if you got into a large room, it was free. It's now a 4-room charge. So similar to how Krampus Head went from a 4-room charge to a 6-room charge, this one went from a 2 to a 4. Really not that bad. She's still very viable, and her box of spiders is still going, or box of friends, not spiders, it's still going to be up whenever you actually need it, i.e. the bosses. You're just not going to be able to abuse it as much now. So, really not too bad of a nerf. There were a few other balance changes. The glass cannon, normally that thing would lower you to half a heart. Instead, that was just more of a glitch rather than a nerf. It now always reduces you to half a heart, even if you don't have any red hearts. It used to only reduce your red hearts. You know, I was curious if any kind of money spawns in this Larry room, but with 4 Larrys running around, I feel like I would have found at least 1 penny by now. They did a few balance changes to the greed mode here, so that way it's not as hilariously easy to break this little game mode. Granted, you still can. You can still very easily break the greed mode. It's just not as easy anymore. But overall, just a few balance changes here and there, which overall make the game a lot more enjoyable. Let's just go ahead and head on down to the next floor. We don't really need much more here. And I'll actually let this thing play out. And it's the same thing. This is why I skipped the cutscenes. I'm sorry. It's the habit. Ooh, a dry baby. All right. I'll take a dry little baby and a box. You know, I don't really want the box. Not really much of a fan of that. The D100, well, that's a thing. If I had but a bomb, I would move that chest all the way over. But as it seems right now, there's not really much I can do on this floor. Speed down, not what I want to see, and speed up. So we're slightly above average speed now. All right. Well, I think for this floor, we're just going to try and power through it here and just try and get through this. There really isn't much that I want to spend my money on, so I'm not going to waste money on just buying random items. Yeah, maybe buying the screw would be worth it. And you know what? We're actually gonna stop the timer here because I would like to throw my reroll into my boss room. There's a lot of useful items in there that I could potentially get. A lot of useful items, and I'd like to not waste charges, if at all possible, especially since red heart damage doesn't really matter. And we're gonna leave that there again. I should be able, yeah, I'll be able to get one more charge here. I'll be able to get just one more charge before the D6, or before we reach our bosses and things like that. So that won't be too much of an issue there. Spawning all these skull caps. And you did the thing at the wrong time, Dry Baby. Maybe if I can just sit right here. Oh. Maybe I can get the Dry Baby to proc again. Or that can happen. Or the... Oh, now you do it. Thanks, Dry Baby. It's not like I wanted you to do that when, you know, I had enemies attacking me or anything. No, let's just do it. Let's just do it when you don't need it. Just burn your dark heart. But I gotta say, I do like the fact that, you know, you're just gonna hit, you know what? You're just gonna hit Dry Baby. You're just gonna hit Dry Baby. I do like the fact that red heart damage really isn't that big of a factor. Okay. Well, that was a boss, I guess. The troll bombs kind of killed him. But hey, that works. I'll take it. I don't have to do anything, and I can just keep sitting here with Dry Baby. So you know what? That's a victory for me. That's a victory for me. And we'll just keep sitting here with Dry Baby, and because of the fear effect, I don't think he's ever going to reach me. I don't think he's ever going to actually reach me. Wait, maybe he will. Yeah. Alright, let's grab this cash. At least we're gonna have a lot of money for the next floor. That's the bonus here. We're gonna have a lot of money for the next floor, but not much else for our actual build. Dry Baby is basically all we have going here. But hey, I've had worse builds before. And greed mode, unlike normal runs, which is something that I like about greed mode, unlike normal runs, you know greed mode will pay out. You're not gonna go, you know, X amount of floors and never see a damn thing. And I think throwing our reroll into here will actually be a little bit better, and it did pay off. So we'll definitely buy toothpicks there. A little bit of tier rate. And we'll go ahead and take the speed ball. Now let's take out the little dingles first. Let's take out the little poops first. Oh god, actual big dingle. And then we'll worry on the big dude. So we've got a little bit more tier rate that we can get for ourselves. That is one of the things that I do like about having the stat tracker. I don't have to keep track of everything that's happening with my character. All right. Because I don't want to gain too many tiers up. That's the one thing I don't like about when I'm making a build. I don't like going for a whole bunch of tiers up because tiers up is very common. Speak of the devil, there's the pact. You know, like I said, tiers up is a very common stat, so I don't like buying just straight tiers up with my cash. I like to get a little bit of damage with it. Because now we're getting very close to the damage or to the tier rate cap. And we're going to go ahead and buy a key here and move on to the next floor. Because I really don't want to just buy mediocre items for the sake of buying mediocre items. There was a new spacebar item that I saw in there. And I don't really know what that ended up doing. It would be interesting. We'll see. Mysterious Liquid isn't the worst. And PJ's offers a lot of health. So I can't really say no to that. I heard a nickel. Well, I can't really do anything in here either. There is a bed. So the good thing about the bed is that it will register. The bed will register into 3 soul hearts if I can get rid of this red heart. Which I guess overall I'd be gaining 1 heart since I already went into it once. But hey, if this double deal actually allows me to get rid of my red heart, then I can go. I need to remember to go back into the curse room and basically grab a free soul heart. There you go. Which, hey, I won't say no to free health. You know, there you go. I was gonna say. Should be able to get the Dry Baby proc there. Dry Baby is worth a lot. Which just makes me kind of sad that there's now a Fart Baby, which is basically the exact same thing, only the baby farts instead of doing an AoE effect. Dry Baby is probably one of my favorite survivability items in general. If there's any build that can be fixed, it's usually with Dry Baby. This thing saves runs because it makes you more or less immune to most of Isaac and Blue Baby's attacks. It can definitely help you in the greed fight. Just help you in general. It's just a good all-around item. And I re-rolled both of these, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So let's go ahead and throw our re-roll into our shop here. And nothing. I don't have any cards. Thin Odd Mush would be a complete waste considering I'm basically already at tier rate cap. And D4 would just re-roll a bunch of items, which honestly D4 would not be the worst idea, but it's a bit of a gamble that I don't really necessarily need to take and or waste money on. So now I'm good with that. Okay, fear effect on the haunt. Worst thing you can possibly do. Because I don't know when you're going to attack or where. Please stop. Oh, good. Oh, good. Now I've got this literal shit dancing around, spawning shit, and just having a good grand old time. Listen, the Great Mighty Pooh was a much better boss. I know that's what you're trying to be, but The Great Mighty Pooh did it better. So get out of here, Brownie. Get out of here. All right. I did not actually mean to do that, but that's how that's playing out. That is how that... Oh, well. Good job, Monstro. You killed your brother. I guess it's not really his brother. It's his past self? I don't really know. I'm not going to even try to make sense of that. I'm not going to bother trying to make sense of it. It'd be really nice if Drivey actually blocked Brimstone, but then I guess he'd be a little too overpowered. Then I guess he would just be a tad bit too OP. Alright, Monstro. We got plenty of money for the next floor. Here's hoping it lets me re-roll, so that way I can try and make a bigger build. Because I really don't want to rock this. I'm not afraid of Ultra Greed because he balances out. I'm afraid of everything else. And we are not going to be able to get rid of our red heart here, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, now that was just unfair. Now that one was just a cheap shot. At some point, I'm going to have to stop making excuses and just accept the fact that you're getting hits on me. I just don't want to accept that. And I'm not taking Krampus' head. I'd rather keep the D6. So there's really not much here. We'll grab the key for the next floor, and we will move on. All right, on to the womb, I guess. You know, I guess. What do you got for me? All right, you've got a little bit more health and experimental treatment. We are definitely not picking up experimental treatment. That's not happening. I'll take the health instead. Wire coat hanger on a discount. Honestly, I'm so close to tier rate cap that really isn't worth it, even though it's on sale. Chaos? That just sounds like a terrible idea. All right, let's see if we can get this demon beggar to kind of pay out here. Well, now I don't have to buy any keys, so that's nice. And we got ceremonial robes for a little bit of damage up. Nice. All right, so I don't have to buy any more keys. What did that do? Oh, it spawns hearts. Well, I got my heart back. I got nothing for going into that cursed room. All right, let's go ahead and roll that one more time. You know, I did say I wouldn't buy tier rate, but this will cap me out, and it will give me a decent range as well as a bit of health. So now we actually are fully capped. And the next thing that we're going to want to do here is try and find something to go with our build. And we're just not finding anything. So I'm just going to... I'm going to get a reroll here for our boss room. We'll see if we can't get a bit more cash. Yeah, we've definitely hit tier rate cap. So we're at about a -4 right now. If we're looking for any big items, it would honestly be... Big items would include mostly just tier delay items. So we're looking for Pisces. Looking for Pisces, Cricket's body. Things like that. That would be really nice for our build. These new enemies, I just don't know how to feel about them, man. I just do not know how to feel about them. Here, hit me. And then you got your good old swanging heads. You know what? I'll burn a dark heart just so I don't have to deal with the pop-ups anymore. I don't know what they're actually called, but little pop-ups. I don't want to deal with them anymore. So I'll burn a dark heart for that. And it looks like we're done here. So let's go ahead and reroll that experimental treatment. Nice. Into the cat of 9 for a little bit more damage. I am definitely not going to be taking experimental treatment anytime soon. And we'll go ahead and focus on the gate here. And this is the champion gate that likes to spawn those. Which, if your damage is not the greatest, can be a little bit of a pain. And because these guys have shared health, took a little bit out of Loki there. Where'd you go, buddy? Come here. Nice. Oh. There's more. Oh. There's a lot more. Ow! Alright, well, let's kill your heart. The mysterious liquid's actually really nice with this guy. I don't know how that other one died. I think he had a heart attack. But anyway, mysterious liquid's actually really nice for the mask because it does hurt him. It actually shreds him up pretty nice. If you can get him to actually walk through it. There we go. And let's go ahead and do this room. There's really no reason to keep... Oh god, there are so many things. This is going to create a small little bullet hell for me. Why? Skolex. Skolex, why? Whatever the hell this other thing is, why? Why are you creating this bullet hell? I don't need this in my life. Alright, Skolex is dead. That guy's dead. I should just have one more. I should save more of my rolls for my devil room, but I don't ever end up doing it. Oh well. Speaking of which, let's see what we get. Abaddon! Well then, I'll definitely take that. And before I do, let's go ahead and try and play out our demon beggar here. Hopefully he'll give me growth hormones. The virus. At least it won't show up anymore. And I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so just double checking. Yeah, there's nothing I want to buy, and I don't need to buy a key since we got one. Alright, well I can just go ahead and head on out. Abaddon's really nice. It's going to refill our health, which, hey, I'll take. And it will also give us a slight bit of damage and some speed as well, so it's not the worst thing in the world. The spoon, honestly, I think at this point we're just going to throw our rolls into our shops. It'll be a little bit better. And a cube of meat is really nice, but I don't know how much I actually want it. Puberty. And bad gas. I really want to know what that rune is. I really wish I didn't want to know what that rune was. Oh, it's crawl space. I'm glad I figured out what that rune was. Hey, it's a number 1. That is literally useless. I've already hit tier rate cap. The only thing that's going to do, besides giving me the effect of hilariously pissing on my enemies, is tank my range, and I don't want to do that. So we're not gonna grab that. Instead, we're just gonna... Ooh, health. Thank you. Instead, we're just gonna kind of move on through here. Plus, our damage is actually really nice. We could save the money and keep donating. I mean, I am making progression here. I'm keeping my streak alive, and I'm making progression through the Afterbirth. It's kind of weird that I do surprisingly better on the YouTube file than I do on the actual stream file. I make a lot of careless mistakes on the stream file. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm more focused on the game here. I don't really have to focus on chat. I just kind of talk. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But either way, I'm having a lot of fun with this. We're going to make progress. We're going to make progress, baby. At least I hope. It's all I can really hope for at this point. I do think I need a little bit of an extra help me before we go to Ultra Greed. Some orbitals would be nice. I just didn't really want to buy the cube of meat. Maybe a halo of flies would be enough for me. I kind of wish that showed up just a little bit more. Because Halo of Flies offers much better protection, and I am never going to use the cube of meat against Ultra Greed. I'm never actually going to try and just run up to him because he's just going to walk into my face, and that's going to be a bad old time because he does a heart of damage every time. I don't want to do that. But I actually kind of wanted to ask you, I assume you all watch this in its entirety. How do you all feel about streaks? Personally, that's one of the main driving points for me. Like, oh, nice RNG beam, bro. That's one of the main, like, driving points of Isaac. I don't know why, but it's so addicting to do the streak side of things. Like, you never know what kind of run is going to do it. What is your highest streak? I mean, most people watching this, I assume, are interested in Isaac. But what is your highest streak that you have achieved? And what brought you to your end? Was it a lot of misplays here and there? Because, ow, you never know, like, how one hit or one missed devil deal or not playing something out to its optimal outcome could have large effects on your run. Like I did the daily once, and you know I had a pretty decent score on it. You know, I had a fairly decent score on the run, but then I decided, you know what, let's run it one more time. Let's go ahead and go in there just one more time and see what ends up happening. I ended up managing to go on a breaking run where I had near infinite points, and it was just a slight change of re-rolling one shop over the other. And just that slight little change there had such a big effect. And I'm going to go ahead and buy that because that's going to give me a re-roll. Wait, did you put a you removed the IV bag, but you put in the what? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you put the D20 inside of we're going to have some fun. Not too much fun, but we are going to have some fun. So I'm going to re-roll all of that. All that money you see there, that's all getting re-rolled. That's all getting re-rolled there. I'm not going to be able to go too crazy with this build, but I will be able to go a little crazy. Have a little bit of fun. I'm just going to let that money pile up there. So what the D20 does, if you weren't already aware, is we've done a couple of runs here, but what that does is it will re-roll all of the consumables, all the resources on the ground. That is including those little puppies. Those little things. Yep. Keeps those on the ground. So I can just give you one guess as to what I'm gonna do. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It involves re-rolling all that money into chests, which is gonna have more money, which I'm then going to re-roll into more money, which I then basically I go into an infinite loop of haha, I can still break the game. TM Baru. We're gonna try anyway. There's one coin blocking the shop entrance, and I hate it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do our boss, because that's gonna spawn more money. Is that bloat? That's bloat. I have no idea where bloat is right now. Okay, if you could do me a favor and stop existing, that would be fantastic. That would just be fantastic if you could just stop existing right now. Because I can't really do much when you're here. Okay, yeah, you just keep doing that. No, kill the mask. There you go. Why is there all so many pins? Okay, that works. Man, bloat, you know what? Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. You killed all of my bosses for me. Ow, you're still alive. You killed all my bosses for me. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. All right, let's go ahead and re-roll all of that. Oh, that's a piece of guppy. All right, we'll hold on to that. So let's go ahead and open this and all of these. We're gonna grab just that. Ooh, Tammy. All right, go through here. And I need a key. All right. Now we're gonna go and put a bomb here, and we're gonna re-roll all of that again, and hopefully get some more cash. Oh God. So many bombs. And that really did not pan out in the way that I had hoped. That really did not pan out in the way that I had hoped. Well, what's that? Infested. Well, unfortunately, that didn't work. I was really hoping... Ow. Well, that was bad. That's not so bad. I was kind of hoping that you were going to turn everything into chests. Instead, you turned it all into bombs and keys. Thank you, Edmund. And Isaac. And ow. This bullet hell. Yo, why is the announcer back? The announcer left and now he's back. I don't understand. I can't take anything in this devil deal either. That's fine. There's nothing in here. Okay, so now I have no health. That's bad. That's really bad, actually. That is hilariously bad that I don't have any health. So I'm gonna buy the binky out of desperation, and I'm gonna buy synth oil out of desperation, and that's another speed down pill. So rules card, chub dislike smoke. That was a terrible play. It didn't work out, but we're gonna keep on moving, and we're gonna hope that we can still kill Ultra Greed with 4 hearts and some hope. Some hearts and some hope. That's really all I got going for me right now. Granted, our damage really isn't that bad, but I don't know about survivability. Okay, 5 hearts and some dreams. Yeah, I'm not feeling so bad. You know? Maybe we just keep firing on him. Maybe we just say to hell with the heal. Maybe that's actually the better strat here. Just say to hell with the heal, and instead just keep doing damage. I like this. I like this plan. When in doubt, just burn the boss. This was a terrible idea. This was a terrible idea. Okay. We're good. Burn the boss. It's actually kind of funny because he defends himself while there's enemies alive. So I guess if you keep a minimum amount of enemies alive, you can actually just keep damaging him. Okay, we're going to get rid of some of these keys. I don't want to do that again. That was not fun. Okay, he's going to get some off. That's not too bad. Actually, he didn't really get any enemies. Neat. Uh-oh. Okay, we're safe here. Nice. Why is there a greed? Get out of here. Why do you exist? Nickel. Give me that. No, do not heal. You are healing. You are healing. That is not allowed. Thank you. There's still a tiny little shitter greed alive. There you go. You know what? I still find it better to just damage through the heal. Like, you spend so much time trying to break those things, you can deal the same amount of damage to him and feel less exposed. You know what? He's so close to death. He's so close to death. Oh, this is bad. But he's so close. He's so close. Yeah! See? Just do damage and we're good. Little chest has now appeared in the basement. Well, all right then. Let's go ahead and donate this. Get as much in there as we can. And that is going to be the end of the episode, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm having a blast with Greed Mode. I think we might do it one more time, but oh, well, that looks to be about it. Well, that sucks. I would have liked to do... Can I... What happens if I save? No, that wouldn't work, would it? That wouldn't work, would it? No, because that's considered the end. All right, well, that's the end of the run, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a like, and I'll catch you on the next one, everybody. Later.